You know, I was going to be content. I was going to say, you know what? We did it. You know, we tried. We gave it a shot. And clearly, we weren't it. And then we saw a little thing called the Talk to a podcast. And it made me mad enough to go, no, actually, we're not done. Get up. Get your ass up and say, welcome back to the 39th episode of Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Victor. And holy shit, it's been a weekend.
It has been quite a weekend. We're not a video podcast, and we'll say this till the day we die. We're not a video podcast. So you can't tell that I am sitting less than 5 feet away from Victor right now.
I know. It's so fun.
It's like old times.
It's like old times. Like bounces with that 1 through 15.
No, not even. Like 13 episodes.
Yeah, Mom says 1 through like 13, 15.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, Victor's back in the States.
Yeah, I flew in for Rocky Mountain Showdown, baby.
I don't want to talk about it.
Me neither.
Actually, I do, though. I'm not going to rant, though. I don't want to get... I can't...
Not to get political.
I can't get super negative on it just because it's going to be bad for the brain. It's going to be bad for the brain.
It's going to be bad for the brain. But, you know, aside from the result of the game, it was a fun weekend. I flew in on what?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Not even. Like, it was already Thursday, right? At the time I flew in.
Functionally Thursday, yes. I left to get him Wednesday night.
And he got me at Thursday. You know, we hit up the bars. Then we had like a nothing burger day the next day.
Yeah, so we got like all day. I was talking to Kiri about this, and Kiri was like, "Oh, you guys had like a short weekend together." I was like, "I don't feel that way."
No,
like,
it's functionally it was a long weekend.
I had all day Thursday. I had all day Friday. I had all day Saturday. And then I had just about all of Sunday.
Well, yeah, basically, my plane leaves at 1 a.m. Monday, basically.
Yeah, but so it's like we're gonna be heading to the airport probably in 2.5 hours, 2.5, 3 hours from the time of recording this.
Like functionally, it's been a long weekend.
Functionally, it's been a long weekend. It's been good though. It's been really good.
I mean, well, we hit up the Bussies on the way up here.
Yeah, we swung by Buc-ee's on our way up here. Victor got a brisket sandwich,
brisket burger, and some Buc-ee's Cajun fries.
He didn't really get the full experience because we went at like 3 a.m. just about.
Yeah. They weren't going like brisket on the board.
Yeah, it also wasn't like a zoo to do anything. We were able to park and walk in quickly.
Yeah, so. It's really nice. I bought a little Bucky stuffed animal for my girlfriend. Call him Little Buck.
Then, Thursday, we just I walked around campus a little bit.
Yeah.
Showed Victor. They're tearing down Clark.
Absolutely.
And then we chilled for a little bit, hit Ram Band.
Well, we also got food with Kiri.
Yes. Yeah, we met up with Kiri. Victor got to meet Kiri finally.
Brandon kept Kiri on the wraps for the longest time. He was afraid I was going to jinx it.
I was. I really was. I don't know if I've said this one on the pod, but so I met Kiri January 2023, so about a month after Victor left to move back to Panama, and I didn't say a word about it to Victor and Nat for probably 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Fucked up, dude. Yes, fucked up.
Well, because it was every time I would start to and it's like every time I would think, oh, this could be going my way, I would tell them about it, and immediately it would like fizzle out.
That's how you think though. That's on you. That's like on you.
I guess.
That's on you.
But so I kept it under wraps.
We got food with Kiri. I owe Kiri a beer. I wanted to buy Kiri a beer. They offered to get us food. And I was like, oh, no, I'll get you a beer, too. Thing is, Kiri only had 1 beer. And
because Kiri had to drive back down to Denver.
It's not worth it to split the tab for just 1 beer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too much of a hassle. So I'll just owe Kiri a beer for like 4 years.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But so that was good. Then me and Victor hit Ram Band.
Yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, Victor, what'd you think?
It was fun. I'm going to be honest. we've talked about this on Momscast Goes Clubbing.
Yep.
It's fun while you're at it, but it's not my scene. Like,
No, it's not my thing either. We were at Rec Room the whole time, and I think that's the most fun one to go to out of the three of them. The other two are like one of them is just too busy, and the other one is it's like too busy, and there's not really much room to dance, and the other one has like no room to dance at all.
yeah. Look, the thing is, look, I like drinking as much as the next guy, right?
Yeah,
But like, I always feel like whenever I go out like clubbing or to a bar, I just wake up more pooped than I would if I had just consumed the same amount of alcohol in
and
a
not
different
done
setting.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because then it was. This takes us nicely to Friday, where I woke up and I woke up ridiculously hungover.
I was doing great.
I woke up ridiculously hungover and I had to limp
So-
over to my job.
The funniest part is I wake up an hour before Brandon wakes up, and I knew Brandon had to go to work, and I was like, should I wake up Brandon? He's gonna be late for work. I was like, no, it's okay. And so yeah, he wakes up half an hour late for work.
Yeah, I wake up late to work. I scramble over there, and I am like just on autopilot
The man
through
looked
my
like
job.
an absolute zombie as he was walking out the door.
I was just on autopilot at work for the day. And so we get back. I actually, freshen up, take care of myself a little bit.
And then, well, this was happening. Like, while Brandon,
yeah. So
while
while
Brandon was
yeah.
stuck like in the shadow zone and autopilot on the back rooms, I was like, okay, time to get up. Oh, nice shower. Oh, what a great and lovely day. Okay, let's put on that movie. Let's watch The Boy and the Heron. Oh, great movie. Oh, Brandon should be coming back by now. Oh, hi, Brandon.
Yep. So that was
That was great.
that was how my day went. Well, then, so I got to go freshen up finally, and then what we do? We hit a little. We got a little free food action going.
yeah, we did
Got a
grill the
little
buffs, baby.
Grill the buffs. It was pretty sweet. We staked that shit out. We were like top first 5 in there.
I would say
First
I would
10,
say
you
first 10.
First 10. We were first 10 in there. We got our burgers. We got out of there.
And we didn't get out of there right away.
We didn't get out of there right
We
away.
watched
We
a little,
stayed.
we watched a little show because they had the band,
Yeah, they had the marching
cheerleaders,
band, they had the cheerleaders.
and Cam the Ram, not Cam the Ram, but Cam the Ram, the guy dressed up as Cam the Ram.
Yeah.
And
Well, we missed Amy. Apparently, Amy showed up later.
bullshit. It's because I was with you.
Yeah.
It's because guys, here's the thing. Brandon can never run into Amy on campus. It's a thing. It's a thing. Every time he leaves, Amy shows up. I have a sneaking suspicion Brandon is Amy because I haven't seen them in the same room yet.
Yeah, there we go. But then we had to do a little shopping with friend of the show Logan. So we had to go.
Costco.
We had to go get bevies because we hosted the function again. So we went over to Costco, and it was a pretty good Costco run. We're Costco guys.
We're Costco guys. Of course, we get optimal prices for our beers.
Yeah, we bought 2 cases of these beers. They were 50 cents a can. These cases were $13 each.
53.
So these cases were like $13 each, and they weren't that bad.
Like, don't
They
get me
weren't
wrong.
that bad.
It's not a good beer, but it's not straight waterbed piss. If you know what it's like, drinkable and enjoyable. Like,
Look, I would rather have what we bought, and I don't even remember what the name of the beer we bought was.
Outlaw. We have one right here. It's Outlaw something.
Outlaw is something, but I would rather have that than like a Keystone or a Bush. Outlaw? Is that what it says?
Plain old Outlaw beer. Mile High's beer.
Interesting. So I don't know. I would rather have that than like a Bush or a Keystone.
I mean,
or like a
Keystone's
crappy
dookie.
light beer.
Creason's Dookie, unless they want to sponsor us, and it's the best beer in the world.
Any beer's dookie unless they want to sponsor us, then the best beer in the
Absolutely.
world.
Guinness, get that shit out of
But
here.
then, we took it easy Friday.
Yeah.
We took it easy Friday, and then, Saturday came around.
We forgot to make that Jello shots.
Yeah, we forgot to make Jello shots. So then we wake up at like 9 on Saturday. We have people coming over like in like 2-3 hours. And I'm like, Victor,
We fucked up.
we got to do this.
Hey, dude,
But
we fucked up.
so Saturday, First half of the day, we had people over. Nothing crazy, like a normal
chilling.
Momscast-sized affair.
Multi-sized affair. It was fun.
Momscast-sized affair. It was good. It was a good time.
It was good. It was a good time.
It was a good time. And then the issue came with the second half of the day, which was began at 3:30. Well, okay, so let's put it at 3. So we leave at 3 to go walk to the stadium because we know it's going to take a while to walk over there, and we also know it's going to be packed.
Absolutely.
We get over there, and so we separate from Victor. How long did it take you to get into the stadium?
Not long at all. There was no line in GA.
There was a line for the students to get in.
Because the thing with GA versus students,
you know where you have to sit. Yeah,
most seats in GA are assigned seats or standing room, right?
Yep.
I had standing room tickets, which means realistically I should get there early because it's standing room. But because I knew I was going to get to the student section, I just, went with my student section first.
Yep.
But normally, if you're just doing GA and you have an assigned number, you can get there like 2 minutes before kickoff, and maybe this is the ticketing line, and that's about it. You don't have to worry about getting a nice, getting a nice spot, none of that shit.
So we get into the student section line in the corner of the stadium, and it's like just not moving. It's not moving. And so eventually we find one spot of it where there was like an open lane. And so we were like, go all the way down, just keep going, go, 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 go. We finally get in. It is packed. It's like over an hour until kickoff. And this John is full. Like the student section, full, insane. And so we realize we have a problem because we have an hour left until the game. It's like 90 degrees. There are no clouds, and we still have like 3 hours till sundown.
Yeah.
And so we start figuring out sacrificial lambs for waters. So we had the beer cups we were using, and we were putting water in them. And so me and Logan took separate trips, half an hour each time. Like I almost missed kickoff.
Yeah, he almost missed.
I almost missed kickoff because I was going to get waters. And then the real fun started, and we had to watch the game. And so, I'm not even going to talk about it.
We're not talking about it.
What else is there to say?
We watched the game, and then Brandon stayed all the way. I left after
like the third pick of the game.
I left after the pick.
Victor left after like the third interception thrown by Braden Fowler Nicolosi, like whole game,
which I think
in the fourth quarter.
I think it's valid.
We've had this conversation, and we can talk about it a little later.
Yeah,
but no, I stayed because I was like, this is my last semester at CSU. This is my last like year as a student to be in the student section, and this is like the only showdown that I'm going to get to go to as a student. And I was like, I need to stand here and I need to soak it in, and I need to know exactly what rock bottom feels like. I really do need to know what rock bottom feels like. And Victor was like, dude, where are you? Dude, where are you? I was like, I gotta stay. I gotta do this.
I was it. I'm like, I don't go here anymore. I just spent a bunch of money. Not really, because I bought my plane tickets with some flight credit I had when I took
But this trip wasn't like cheap,
It wasn't a cheap trip either. We did get the most bare bones like travel package we could figure out how to do.
Yeah, well, because we didn't spend any money. We tried to not spend any money on food. This trip, we used all gift cards I had.
The original plan for this trip was
contingent.
We were hoping Brandon was still in RA, and that we were gonna get my guest ticket for $15. Because generally CSU tickets, if you are a student, you can get in a friend for $15. So they tell Brandon he's no longer in RA.
I could talk about this at length another time, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
They tell him he's not gonna be in RA this semester. Pretty late during summer.
They tell a lot of people. Let's leave this out. But anyway, so I decide to not RA. And then we go to check, and we see that guest passes aren't available.
No, this is like a month before the game.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting to buy the tickets because they haven't opened yet to buy
Well, because first they didn't sell single game tickets.
Yeah.
The only way you could buy a ticket to the game was if you bought tickets to like 2 other games, or if you bought season tickets.
Yeah. So I am like this close to buying fucking $275 nosebleeds or some shit like that.
Yeah, 275 resale nosebleeds.
Which, like, dude, the fuck. And then luckily they announced they're doing 75 to $100 standing room.
Yeah, $75
So
standing rooms.
that's what I had to get. So we're already over budget because we're like, okay, we don't have free dorm food.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know,
I mean, we made it work without the food.
we
though.
made it.
We made it work. We made it work.
I'm gonna eat so many vegetables when I get back home.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've had a single vegetable. Well, because I've been holding off going to the grocery store. I'm going to the grocery store
No, Brandon,
tomorrow night after I get done with my radio show.
I get here, Brandon has nothing on the fridge. Like,
well, yeah, because I did my groceries and I was like, well, you know, Victor gets in and then like we're not gonna be buying. Like I'm not gonna be making anything because Victor's gonna be in.
I did one thing. We did it at home once after the Costco run. I met some amazing scrambled eggs, dude.
That was breakfast Saturday. We did Domino's on Friday.
Yeah, but I did make like on Saturday breakfast.
No, he did make fire scrambled eggs.
Dude, they're the best scrambled eggs I've ever made. They were so fucking.
They were
fluffy.
very good. They were very good eggs,
dude.
But
then Sunday rolls around. Okay, we go to bed 9 p.m. basically.
Yeah, so I finally get back from the game. You know, I pretty much walked back in silence. I had not had that much to drink.
He got back from the game, and we're sitting in the couch in silence for like a good 10 minutes.
For like a little bit, just because it was a thing where I was watching it, and I was like, what else is there to say? So I'm not like, there's nothing to say. So I'm just left like silent. So I'm walking out. I'm walking back. It's not a bad walk back or anything, but I get back and we just kind of sit there and I just go on my computer and Victor just goes to sleep.
I'm on the I'm not just going to sleep. I am on the couch, spread out around the couch, and I hit this position. Have you ever seen a soldier sleeping in the airport?
Yeah.
Where they're just like legs crossed, arms crossed.
Yep.
Just head down. Like I'm not even sleeping. I'm just like I'm not even in the mood to open a TikTok right now.
Yeah. No. I mean,
like,
it was bad. That was just like
it was a downer.
It was a downer.
It was the lowest of the low point of what, like, overall
of the student experience
had been a pretty good weekend.
Yeah.
Too. It's just,
I mean, that I think is the bottom point of like my tenure as a student. I've been a student here since I got accepted in New Year's Eve 2019.
Oh,
so New Year's Day, New Year's Day 2020, I was accepted.
Did you defer?
What?
You defer?
I didn't declare until April.
Did you defer though?
Yeah, I deferred a year. I didn't do like a transfer application. I just deferred my enrollment.
I did my transfer application set.
And so I've like, this is the lowest of the lows, I think, of my time as like a student here. And I know I said we weren't going to talk about it,
but we don't want to. I don't want to go into details about the game.
I don't want to talk specifics of the game. I just want to talk. Talk a couple points. Okay, so Colorado State. This is the first time hosting the Rocky Mountain Showdown
in 26 years
in Canvas Stadium. So in Fort Collins in 26 years. It's the first time it's held in Canvas. Canvas was built in 2017. It is the most. It's the biggest crowd that Colorado State has ever seen in Fort Collins.
Ever.
Because Canvas had Canvas has a higher capacity than Hughes Stadium did. So it is the highest crowd that Colorado State University has seen ever. This game was on national television.
CBS, by the way.
Yeah. So this game was a big deal. And, you know, last year it was a close game and everybody was like, oh, you know, it should be a good one again this year. And so, you know, the students showed up. You know, the students filled the student section.
The whole city showed up.
Over an hour before the game. The whole city showed up. The city was ready for this game. Fort Collins was crazy before the game. And I'm just going to like not beat around the bush here. Jay Norvell let everybody down. Jay Norvell and all of the players on the football team let everybody in Fort Collins down. They let the entire student body down.
They let the entire town down.
The city and the fans and the students
I'm just gonna say they let
deserve better.
I think I might even go all the way and say they let the state of Colorado down.
I would say no. I would say so. Yeah, no,
sports in
yeah.
Colorado, right now, Colorado had only it has only one like shining sports team,
and that's the Nuggets
well,
right
actually,
now.
Technically two, but I'm not really gonna count the Avalanche because like not a lot of people.
No, I would give him the Avalanche.
You'll give me the Avalanche.
I'd give you the Avalanche and the Nuggets, and I'd say every other sports program's kind of
dookie
in a bad spot right now.
Dookie, but like the glimmer of hope last of that CU CSU rivalry, which used to be such a big deal, which should be big deal enough to have it in Mile High.
Yeah.
Right? And then you show up and you don't even put up a fight.
No, seriously. I mean, that was the worst part. Was they? It looked like they just like curled up, and just accepted it. Like they refused to attempt to throw the ball. They just kept running the ball, and they were just like chewing clock to protect a lead that they didn't have at any point in the game. And this
there
is where
was no anger. There was no fight. Spirit. There was no Last year's games was so electric.
There was fight.
There was fight. They were two teams full of dogs going at it.
Yeah. And that's just not what happened. And I don't like to I don't know, I try not to be like super negative when discussing specific individuals. And so I'm not going to get hyperbolic, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? You know the word I'm looking for here. And I'm not going to say like, oh, Jay Norvell should be fired immediately. But, if Amy Parsons and John Weber have their meeting today or tomorrow, I think it's the elephant in the room at this point.
It's on the table.
And so in my mind, this was not a fireable offense. However, this just put in a contingency or like a plan where if you don't do two things, you need to beat Wyoming and you need to make a bowl game or your ass should just get out of Fort Collins. And I've been a Jay Norvell defender since we fucking hired the guy. But again, you embarrass the university, you embarrass the students, you embarrass the town, you embarrass like the state, on national television, on a national stage. No TV station is ever going to want to play a Colorado State game on primetime TV
ever again. Unless we make something crazy like a playoff running like 10 years.
And so, I don't know. I think this definitely raised the temperature of the seat like a good amount.
Because like, this is the thing. The past few years, it's like, okay, we've been a Dookie team, but we've been a Dookie team for
10 years.
And it's like, oh, you're giving a glimmer of hope. Everybody around you, in like the media, the students, every single other part of the CSU athletics machine are doing what they need to do to make this a prestigious program.
Correct.
And you just can't show that. I'm going to say that one game that really mattered this season.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've been telling Brandon. Because we're like, Brandon was like, I don't know how I feel about that team. I think they're playing conservative. Because if I'm being fully honest, we lost a game we had to lose in the season opener because we played number 4 ranked Texas.
At the time, they're number 2 now.
Who is currently on the fridge now number 2. Is the favorite.
Yeah, probably the favorite.
His favorite for the Natty this year. That was an L.
So the rationale at the time was this is a pay game scheduled by the athletics director who no longer works here, who was known to schedule those. And to be fair, you did have to schedule those pay games. So, but that was it. Get your $1.8 million and just get out with nobody getting hurt. Yeah. That's what that was. And so then the next week comes and they're playing Northern Colorado.
Fucking Greeley, which is like...
We play Greeley. And so...
That's a game you have to win.
And they did. Granted, they did win that game. But it was also like, hey, where's the passing game? There is no passing game going right now.
We're supposed to be an air raid offense, by the way.
And we're running the ball a lot. And so, again, it gets chalked up to, we're being conservative because we're going to give it, we don't want to give Colorado any hints on the passing game. We don't want Colorado to see what we're doing. And then...
Or like we're just saving up like the tank for the Colorado game.
And then we get to, I'm going to be honest, we get to like the halfway point of the game last night, and it's like, oh, there is no passing game. We suck. There is no passing game. Any progress that had been made through the passing game in the second half of last season, just gone. Just completely gone. Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, I'm starting to go, is he not the guy? Because he has not taken any of the steps forward that you would want to see your freshman quarterback take going into sophomore year. Sophomore slump, maybe he's just not the guy. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I do not have the energy to keep investing in this program. And I'll take us to mid-roll on the piece I was telling Victor. I will never blame fans for leaving the games. CSU students have a little reputation for leaving the games halfway through. And there's usually a good reason for that. It's called the team's not very good.
If you're getting beat down, like if you're getting usually the starts of a blowout at halftime, you don't want to stay there to see that.
I don't think exactly. I don't think you're obligated to stay and see that. I think if you are like a parent or something, like, yeah, you're kind of like obligated to stick it out through the end. But like if you're a fan who is there of your own free time and you feel like your time is not being respected by the team, which you give a lot of money through tuition to support, fucking leave.
Especially if you're a student.
Especially
you
if
can
you're a student.
always go back to the stadium.
Yeah.
Your dorm is like right there. It's not even a walk.
But so it's like, I do not blame people for leaving ever. And I'll be honest, like, not a lot of people left at halftime yesterday. And honestly, I think they were generous to stay for that. I dare say, program morale is potentially, again, rock bottom. I stayed because I needed to know what rock bottom felt like.
The exodus began at when I left. Because like
So-
I was with friend of the podcast Logan.
Friend of the show, Logan, yeah.
Logan, and I just pass his drone. I look at Logan and I go, I'm out, and we just both walk out.
Yeah, just, I don't know. I think I need to take a little step back from
College football.
college football for a little bit. I think, I don't know. I think Amy Parsons and I think John Weber have a good amount of stuff to think about what they want Colorado State athletics to be, at least in the football department, because we know what their thoughts are with basketball. Nico Medved got an extension. Good. Dare I say, he's earned that extension.
He's earned, absolutely. Like I think not making it farther during March Madness last year.
We got fucked on seating though.
But we got
on
fucked.
seating.
We got disrespected on. We didn't get fucked. We got
also
disrespected.
our end of schedule slate was bad. We were traveling a lot to end the season. But so that we know those are their guys. If Amy Parsons and John Weber sit down and they decide
to fire Jay Norvell.
Yeah, to fire Jay
No
Norvell.
one's gonna say anything.
No one's gonna say anything.
If
That's
anything,
not their guy.
If anything, someone's gonna say, "I don't want to pay for the salary of another coach."
Exactly. I don't know how long he has left on his contract, but like I don't. As of right now, we are in the opener of year 3. We're in the opener of year 3 of the Jay Norvell experience, and I hate to say it, it has looked like the same old Rams. And so, if Amy Parsons and John Weber decide, let's go get our guy, I don't think anybody's going to bat an eye at that. I don't know. If I have to continue giving my money, well, I'm not a student anymore, so I don't give a shit. I'm not paying tuition anymore. But if I'm, like, I feel bad for the students if they have to pay for another coach's fucking contract buyout. So, I don't know. Sorry to be such a Debbie Downer on this episode of Momscast, but, same old Rams, and I hate to say that. What I don't hate to say, though, is here comes the mid-roll.
At this point, like, what's left to say, Brandon? Whatever, just make it quick and easy. Just put it down.
Follow Momscast on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow Momscast on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as @Momscast, as well as follow us on Spotify and other podcasting platforms. As Mom said, it's my turn on the podcast.
Don't forget to rate us 5 stars on the polls.
And answer our episode polls. Same old Rams, man.
Same old Rams, man.
Same old Rams. And we're back.
Absolutely.
All right, I think we got to pick this one up.
Yeah,
Victor.
we gotta change the tone. We gotta. Oh my fucking god! All right, man, we're gonna pick this one up. We gotta change the tone.
I know we've been fucking down in the dumps. We've been in the shit.
We're in the shit.
But that we shouldn't be in the shit because this was good.
It was good. It was a good weekend. It was fucking great.
This was good. We're doing this again in person. We're on a couch.
Absolutely.
It's a couch in front of the TV, the way the good Lord intended.
Yeah, we just get to shoot the shit again the way we used to. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been good. I don't know. I'm trying very hard to make sure this doesn't go in a negative direction again. No, it's been good though.
It's been a good weekend. I think I did pretty much everything I wanted to do except the New Belgium tour.
Yeah, we
didn't find a way to fit it.
There was no time. Not enough time.
It was a packed schedule.
It was a pretty busy schedule, though.
It's a pretty busy schedule.
I mean, we got to watch some football this morning. Both our teams won.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's
like,
great. I might get my ass like handed to be in fantasy.
I'm on bye this week.
Yeah, because it all depends on the Monday slate.
Yeah, but we got to watch the Seahawks and the Jets win their games,
and then we went to fucking B-dubs.
Yeah, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
We got to catch the Bengals games.
We got to watch snippets of the other games.
Yeah.
I wasn't super locked in on those.
I was on that shit.
You were.
Although the horse racing was pretty good.
Yeah, no, on the one TV though at ESPN they had one of the second they had FS2.
Yeah.
So it's where they put all the weird shit. Yeah. And so there was competitive CrossFit.
Absolutely. Which we didn't get the rules of.
We didn't understand the rules of until pretty late in.
Not even then. Even then, we still didn't understand the rules. So the way it happened is that at first, they were doing muscle ups. And we're like, oh, they're doing muscle ups. I wonder if it's they have to do how many they doing at a time.
Well, so first, we only see guys doing them.
Yeah.
So I assume, it's men's CrossFit, And so we noticed that for each rep they're completing, this bar is going, this number is going up, this counter is going up. And so we're like, oh, it's keeping track, It's going to be however many reps they can do in a set amount of time.
Brandon goes, oh, look, they fucked up the graphic for 3 figures. I'm like, wait a minute. No, the bar is filling up.
Yeah, so it's a progress bar and a counter, which was weird. And then what was even weirder was when I saw a woman go in and I was like, co-ed CrossFit is certainly
a choice
for a list of things you'd want to have be co-ed. And then, so we're looking. It's Baltimore going against Miami. And so Baltimore's got a pretty nice lead.
Yeah.
And then we tune out for a little bit and we tune back in.
And instead of doing muscle ups, they're pull up, flip over the bar, pull up again. And that's 1 rep for the counter.
And so the Baltimore team is doing that. And so we look over and the Miami team is on the ground doing slidey push-ups.
It's the slidey planking push-ups.
Slidey plank push-ups. And I'm like,
those go so much faster.
You can do those so much quicker.
Because just doing one is a third of the time of the rolly thing that they were doing.
The muscle up into the roll over the bar. And so with the rest of the fucking meal at Buffalo Wild Wings, we're the city of Miami is slide merchants. They're plank merchants.
Yeah. It's they cut the lid like that because Baltimore kept doing the roll ups, and I'm like, but at what point do you get to switch what you're doing?
No, exactly.
Because there's clearly something that is optimal. Maybe if you have a big enough of a lead that you can switch something up to hit a different muscle group, I would get it.
Because the way I gathered that it worked was that you went and the person going went until they were completely gassed. Once they could not complete a rep with good form, that's when they brought the next person in.
Yeah, that's what I got too. But then they would just keep going, right? So you're gassed, your teammate goes, you take a break until all the teammates in front of you go, and you hit it up again. But apparently you can change the exercise.
Evidently.
So it's so then
no, because then it's what was it? Then I guess Miami did too many of the slidey planks because as Baltimore was just getting to it,
Yeah,
as Baltimore was just getting to doing their slidey planks, they only needed to do like 10.
yeah.
And so Miami goes up there, and now they're doing a thing where you just like
Some
like
calisthenics
muscle
things.
up onto the bar, not even muscle up, but like you're over the bar, like elbows straight over the bar. Your torso is over the bar, and he's just like sliding.
Calisthenics thing. It's like you
Yeah,
gotta
he's
like twist your elbows.
he's like
and then-
sliding
And so,
across
like,
the bar, and it's like you can do that super quick too.
Yeah, so like at what point, like this is my biggest thing. At what point do you get to switch the exercise? Because like then like Miami was at like 2 reps left, and then Baltimore starts doing the rolly planks, and then they're cut over because it's what I gather is that the team that finishes the progress bar first is the team that wins.
Yes, that's what I gathered too.
But then like. Why are all the exercises counting as 1 rep if you can clearly do some of them faster?
No, yeah, I need a quick read up on the rules of competitive CrossFit. I didn't know competitive CrossFit was a thing.
And then we watch horse racing.
And we got some horse
'Cause,
racing going.
Picture this like programming slate. So first you got a competitive CrossFit right into horse racing.
Goes crazy. Goes crazy.
And then on the other TV that had one of the other like small channels, they had bowling.
Yeah, there was
Professional
bowling on.
bowling.
Yeah. Those like ESPN 2 through like 8. I think there are 8 ESPNs.
Yeah.
Like those can go crazy sometimes.
You know, back in like the 90s, like the late 90s, early 2000s, they used to have like the Magic the Gathering like the pro level on ESPN.
Yeah, I mean that's where it would go, but like now it would just be on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like now it would just be on Twitch.
But because it's like I don't know, it's so crazy to me the kind of like shit that just like.
Well, they used to play competitive like esports on TV.
I love watching ESPNU because like sometimes you'll get a good college football game.
Oh yeah.
And then sometimes you get like the collegiate of national rodeo.
Yeah.
And it's just like the funniest thing ever. And then right after rodeo wins, they give you ESPN's top 25 games of last year.
Yep.
And then you get to watch you get to watch those Rams against those Buffs back when they were good.
Yeah. No, it's some of those will be crazy too, because sometimes you'll just get like some random like D2 game or some random D3 game, and you're watching it, you're like, low key, let them cook.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like
the kind of shenanigans that happen on D2, D3 programs.
I feel like the talent discrepancy at the D2 and D3 level isn't as bad.
No, absolutely not.
You know?
But sometimes you get one guy that in D2, D3 that clearly slipped through the cracks. Like the guys like.
Yeah, and then the coaches are at a weird spot because clearly, like, you want to get the ball to your guy because, give the ball to your best players. That's usually how you win football games. But also, if you give this guy too much tape in the era of NIL, bye-bye.
He's gone. Because, like, there's some kid, like, goated with the sauce, dude. Like they get him the ball.
Like linemen, especially. Like,
absolutely.
Linemen or receivers.
And you'll give him the ball, and they're gone. If they're a receiver, they're just outrunning the guy, and they're running back. They're just like trucking every single like D3 kid. But then if you're the coach and you're like, oh, if he balls out, like Bama's calling tomorrow with like $3,000 million.
The worst part is it's not even Bama calling tomorrow. It's the FCS team closest to you.
Absolutely.
Like let's say some kid at like Mines has a breakout. Like unfortunately, you're probably not getting a call from like the Rams or the Buffs or the Falcons. You're getting a call from the Bears.
Yeah, it's just that's just how it is, and I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be pretty fun.
Wait. Isn't FCS D2?
No, so FCS is Division 1. Think of it as like Division 1B.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's how the classification works. Is so FBS, Football Bowl Subdivision. So okay, so this is the one time I'll say it. The college football playoff is an abomination, and it should never have been made, and it's ESPN's fault that college football is the way it is today. So that's my bid on that. But the way it worked originally, the way the good Lord intended, was everybody realized that schools like Bama and like Georgia and hell, even Colorado State have more resources than schools like Greeley was a recent promotion. Then schools like North Dakota State or the Montanas. Yeah. And so it is not fair to have them play in the same like conference. So they don't. They play in different divisions. And so the bowl championship, the point of bowls is to match up two teams that have about equal roster talent, resources available, and all that stuff. That's why the New Year's Six bowls are usually between like winners of power conferences. Because it's more fair to have Penn State play a bowl game against a school like
Michigan,
like Georgia. No, because they play each other. They play each other in
so
like to have Penn State play. Hell, I mean Penn State could play Bama. They get their shit rocked. But USC. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what the Rose Bowl used to be. Best in the East, best in the West. And so it makes sense for Penn State to go play a school like USC, UCLA, one of those. Then it does for Penn State to make a bowl and have to go play Colorado State. It's just not fair. But then
even if they had like same record, like,
exactly. Even if they were both like, let's go with like 9-3. You know, like even if they were both that way, no, you wouldn't want that. So like with Colorado State makes a bowl, and we're looking at what's a comparable school, facilities wise, roster wise, and it's usually going to be like a MAC team. Or like a low Power 5, like
USA.
We see USA, yeah.
See USA team.
Like, so that's the way it works. And so there should not be a game to decide the national champion in FBS, because that's the point of FCS. Those schools are all on a much closer playing ground, so it makes sense to just do a straight up playoff. And there is a national title game there.
But I do like that. You can self-proclaim yourself a national champion in CFB.
Yeah, well, so it's the way it used to work was the AP voters would decide who the national champion was at the end of it. And it's like, I'm going to be honest, I preferred the 4-team playoff to the, what is it, 12 teams now?
No, what I mean is that, like, if you go undefeated during the season and undefeated during the bowls,
and
you
should be the national champion
to the college playoff because the AP polls decided that,
actually we need a 2-loss Bama team in here.
That another team deserves it more than you do, just because maybe like program pedigree, or because like your quarterback is quote unquote injured.
Well, no, fuck Florida State. We're not defending.
We're not defending Florida State. But what was the situation for UCF? Why didn't they make
UCF? There was no situation for UCF.
No, that
Florida State.
Their
quarterback got injured.
A few years back, UCF got snubbed out of the playoff after going undefeated in both in regular season and bowls, and they're self-declared national champions.
I'm not too sure what that one was specifically, but I think it's an affront to God, and I think at this point, I think we're trending towards like a full split between like, and even then, it's not going to be the power conferences. It's going to be the Big Ten and the SEC ditching everybody else.
I would say ideally what I would like to see is just the playoff. Fuck the AP poll for the playoff. Fuck that shit. And I know you're gonna say, "Oh, but it's unfair because they don't have the same resources." Just whoever wins their conference gets a spot in the playoff, right?
No, I think that's fair. And then have some other seeds.
Then you have like a wild card. You got like that second best record or whatever, plays a bowl game to make it into the playoff.
They're talking about making a group of 5 playoff. Do you know what the NIT is for basketball, for college basketball?
No.
Okay, so there's the NCAA tournament. And so then there's the NIT tournament. So it's privately organized. It's called the National Invite Tournament. It's all teams who didn't make March Madness.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's not like anything crazy, but like it's still a way to recognize like these other teams.
Yeah, like what I mean is like this thing. What's the point of having a conference champion if you can have 2 teams of the same conference make it to the playoff?
Yeah, like what's the point if you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to keep jumping to Penn State because I'm most familiar with like Penn State.
Look, what I'm saying is that Alabama and Georgia should not ever
be in the same playoff.
I do not care that they're like the 2 best teams in the country.
Be better than the other one to make it in. You want to make it in? Be better than the other one.
One of those teams already won over that team.
Correct. Well, because it's also they can potentially play. No, because I don't think they can play each other in the SEC championship game.
I mean, they should. I don't know. They can play each other in the SEC championship game. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that one works either. ill-informed. But
Ill-informed.
anyways, that's our takes on the college football playoff. How did we get here?
I don't know, but I like it.
I don't know, but I like it. We're just shitting on football.
Shitting. You know, this is the Momscast shits on football episode.
I have a good idea for the episode title and thumbnail. We just call it Momscast is done. Momscast is done.
Absolutely.
Momscast is done, and we have the thumbnail be like us, black and white. I don't know, but it's like just something indicating we're like quitting.
Just like throwing the towel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, absolutely.
Just a hanging microphone.
Just a hanging microphone.
Hanging microphone, I think, could go crazy for Momscast is done.
Momscast is over. It's so over, dude.
Oh, I'm getting a call from friend of the show, Logan. Hello, Logan. Just a heads up, we're recording Momscast right now. You're heading my way? Okay, doors open. All right, bye. Okay. I don't know if he'll be here before the end of the episode.
Me neither.
He's got to pick some stuff up.
Are you ready for us to be the Vanderbilt of the Pac-12?
God damn it, dude. God damn it. Well, that's the other... Okay, I know I said we were done shitting on CSU football, but that's the other thing, too. It's like you are going into a fresh start with the Pac. I don't blame Amy and John if they go, you're out, Jay. Sorry, man.
Is it really the Pac? That's like the Pac. That's like the conference of Theseus right now.
I know, conference of Theseus, bro. We got stuck in the line of Theseus last night. Got stuck in the line of Theseus last night. So we show up to the Ram Band line, and we get there at like 9:30ish. I want to go with. And so I'm like, oh, why isn't the line moving? And the girl in front of us goes, because the bar opens at 10, dumbass. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't go here. Like, I don't go to the bars. And so we're like, oh, okay, you know, half an hour, light work, no reaction.
Yeah.
And so we keep seeing, you know, like 5 minutes go by. A massive group of like 15 people walks up, and they see one person. They're like, "Hey!" and they slide the whole line in.
This is my
and
thing.
We're like, "Oh
this
my
is my
god!"
This is my thing. I don't. Nothing against line cutting, but I think the amount of people you should let cut into line should be proportional to the amount of people you have in your group.
Correct.
I think you should.
Correct. You should not. Yeah. Go.
You should only ever like double the size of the group. Because, like, hear me out. If you're a group of 15 people and, like 8 people, it's not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
It's not that big
well,
of a
it's
difference.
also, I'm going to be completely honest. Some of my line cutting takes I developed was if you're a group of white guys and you're meeting up with another group of guys, you should not be allowed to cut the line. You should not be allowed to cut the line.
Dude,
get your ass to the back of the line.
Dude, you're messing up the ratio.
Dude, well, no, it's literally. Or if you are a group of guys and you are meeting up with... So let's say there are 3 guys, 2 girls. Vote one of yourselves to the back of the line.
Absolutely.
Vote one of yourselves to the back of the line.
So that, like the girls put out some roses. They're like,
yep. Figure out who's at the back of the line. Yeah, it was fucked. We'd see like huge groups come up, and we'd be like, "All right, so we're not getting in."
By the time we're at the front of the line, or not at the front, we're like near the front of the line. I go to Brandon like, I do not recognize any of the people ahead of us.
Well, because we're like, the way I've been describing myself this semester is I'm like Shaq on the Celtics. I'm like Celtics Shaq, 5th year senior with only a semester left.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
who
Shaq.
Do you know
I'm like,
here?
I'm on status. What are you doing here, man? Where's your family?
Where's your family, dude?
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's tough out here on these streets. But, and so it's like, I just don't know anybody anymore. Everybody graduated and moved away.
Yeah.
And the people who didn't graduate or move away aren't really people I want to hang out with.
Who are just working for like fucking grad school applications. So they're busy as fuck.
That too. Or they're working for the man.
They're working for the man, dude.
Working for the man. But, you know, line of Theseus was forming in front of us. But, you know, we got in. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
At the end of the day, we got in.
At the end of the day, we got in. Ram Band was crazy.
It was crazy. I died next day. Because the thing, I keep going, Brandon, can you please get me some Gatorade? All day. Because I was feeling parched all day. And, like, if you are feeling parched,
drink water.
And you keep drinking, if you keep drinking water, and you still are feeling parched,
gotta get some electrolytes.
Gotta get some electrolytes in my body. Like, and I was like, Brandon, please.
Yeah.
Can you bring me a Gatorade? And Brandon goes like, no, dude, it's okay. It's like fucking...
to be fair, I really had no opportunity to get you a Gatorade.
You were at your work. There's a fucking vending machine on the way out of your fucking place of work.
Okay, buddy. But, yeah, he got his Gatorade, though.
I got my Gatorade at, like, what, 9 p.m.?
Yeah, because we were getting the Dominoes. We were getting the Dominoes.
After
Oh
that-
no, that's the other thing we did too. We started watching the Batman. We started watching the Batman while we were eating our Dominoes.
Yeah, this was like what, Friday? Yeah.
Friday night, yeah. Because we were like, I have no desire to go out tonight.
Yeah,
No desire to go out tonight. And so, we're watching the Batman, and that's a long movie. It's a 3-hour movie.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great movie.
It's a very good movie, but it is a slow burn. It is a slow burner.
I think we got to the car scene.
We finished the car chase, and we were like, you know what? I'm okay.
I'm okay if we cut it here. You know what, Brandon? It's too pretty out right now.
It's too nice outside, and we've only got less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
let's leave it here.
thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.